In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to extend a super visa in Canada using the new update that was released on June 7th, 2022. Without wasting time, let's quickly dive in. So before we jump right in and start the application, let's look at the enhancements to the super visa program for parents and grandparents that was updated. So it says here, news released June 7, 2022. So here it says people who have a super visa also have the option to request to extend their stay by up to 2 years at a time while in Canada. And that is what we are going to be working on today. Let's dive in. So as usual, I'm going to type in on your web browser cic.gc.ca, and then we're going to choose English once that opens up. And then over here where it says visit, you click on that. And then now we are going to go to stay in Canada longer, and we click on that. Then it says extend your stay in Canada. It tells you the processing time and the fee. So we are going to go straight to how to apply, and then scroll all the way down where it says create an account or sign in. Then it gives you options, either you log in or you sign in with your GC key or you sign in with a sign-in partner. For this demo, we are going to sign in with GC key. Then you're going to put your username, your password, and then you sign in. So once you sign in, over here, this is what your screen is going to look like. If you have an application that you already submitted, it's going to show down here. If you have an application that you haven't submitted, as it says here, you're going to find that information below here. So let's say you start this application and at some point you stop and then log out and you come back. This is where you're going to find the application. You're just going to simply click on it and continue. So, but for this demo, we're going to start a new application. So over here, we are going to click on apply to come to Canada. And then once that opens, determine your eligibility and apply online. We are going to choose visitor visa, study permit, or work permit. What would you like to do in Canada? I would say visit. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? We're going to choose temporarily, more than 6 months. Select the code that matches the one on your passport. So depending on the country where you're applying from, you're going to choose that. For this demo, I am going to choose Nigeria. What is your current country or territory of residence? If you are presently in Canada, you should select Canada. So at the beginning of this video, I said, based on this information here, it says to extend their stay by up to 2 years at a time while in Canada. So they are already in Canada. So here we are going to choose Canada. Do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident and is 18 years of old? So let's say you are the one applying for yourself, you're a parent and you're doing this application by yourself. Obviously, you have a family member because that's who you came to visit. So we're going to choose yes. What is your date of birth? So for this demo, I am just going to choose 1954, month, May, and then the date, I'm just going to go with 18th, then next. Have you lived in Canada as a permanent resident or landed immigrant? So I'm just going to say no. Sometimes these questions can be confusing. You can easily click on this and it tells you a permanent resident of Canada is a person who has been granted permission to remain in Canada on a permanent basis, but who is not a Canadian citizen, right? So that's just one way to figure these things out. Just click on that and it tells you what that is. So we're just going to say no, next. Are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States with a valid? If you are, you choose yes. If no, for this demo, I'm going to stick with no. What is your current immigration status in Canada? Here, I would say visitor. Next. How are you related to your family member? So I would just say, how are you related to your family member? So for this one, you can also click on that and it tells you an applicant's closest relative in the context of an application to IRCC is defined as a spouse or common law partner, dependent children, and their dependent children, right? So we'll go back. So how are you related to your family member? So here, because I am the one doing this application as a parent, I'm going to choose parent and grandparent. But if you are the one filling out for your parent, then you're going to be choosing child and grandchild, right? Because you're filling this application for them. But for this demo, I'm doing this demo as a parent who is able to do this application for themselves. So the relationship with the family member is that I am the family member's parent or grandparent. So next, what is your marital status? I'll just say, okay, let's say married, or let me just say widowed, just to make the application faster so I don't have to fill out a lot of information here. But again, if you're filling out this, you have to choose what fits you, married, divorced, or whatever, right? So what is your province of destination? If visiting multiple provinces, select the one in which you'll be spending most of the time. So for this demo, I'm just going to choose Alberta. Next. And now it's telling me that based on my results, you may be eligible to extend your stay in Canada as a visitor/tourist. Continue. That's exactly what we're looking for. So now you are going to create your own personal checklist by answering more questions. Continue. Are you accompanying a family member who has status in Canada? I will say no. Again, if you really want to know what that means, you just click on this. Accompanying you means that the person intends to come to Canada at the same time as you. So for this demo, I'm just going to say no. Then next. When does your status in Canada expire? Let me get that information. So here I am going to choose 2022, September, August rather, and day 9. Continue. Have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized in the last 12 months? If you have, you choose yes. If no, no. And within the last 12 months. So if you are already in Canada, let's say you did have a medical before coming. So if it still falls within the last 12 months, simply say yes. If no, just say no, because if you say yes, then you're going to provide the proof of that medical exam. So I will just say yes, because it's going to request that I get proof. But if you don't, or if you haven't rather, simply choose no. Next. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? Let's say you are doing this application and you are married and you're trying to apply for yourself and for your spouse. Then this is where you are going to choose yes and fill out the information for your spouse as a parent. And also, if you're a child who is applying for your parents, this is also where it's going to come in handy. If you're applying for your dad and your mom, then it's going to ask you if you're applying for another family member. That's the option it's going to give you. So, but for this demo, because I chose widowed, I'm just going to say no, right? So next. Are you giving someone access to your application? So if you are giving someone access to your application, this is where you are going to appoint a representative, right? I made a video on how to use the representative form. I also leave it in the description area of this video in case any of you is interested to watch that video and use the representative form, then you are going to use that option. If not, if you're the one who is going to be doing this by yourself, contacting Immigration Canada, responding to all the questions, then you're just simply going to say no, next. In the past 10 years, have you given your fingerprints? Of course, I would say yes, next. There are fees associated with this application. Will you be paying your fees, or are you fees exempt? I will say yes, I will be paying my application fees. Next. Are you able to make a digital copy of your documents with a scanner or camera? I'll say yes. Next. Will you be paying your application fees online? To pay online, you would have to use all the options down there. I would say yes. Next. And while we wait for that, now you have the option to review your answers. Now, if you go through all the answers you provided and you feel like that is not what you intended to put in, or you're trying to change things around, you can click on this arrow right here to update this personal checklist, the questions that you answered. And if you feel like this is the right information that you intended to put in, then you're just going to go straight and continue right here. But if you want to start all over again, simply hit on this button to start again. So we're going to go down and click on continue. Now it's just going to tell you the other steps. Step 1, to use your account, save your application, upload your documents, and then pay your fees. We are going to continue. So your document checklist. Here we are going to be doing what? Providing our application to change conditions, extend your stay, or remain in Canada as a visitor. So this one, we are going to be downloading this and filling this out. And then supporting documents, you're going to provide your passport. You're going to provide proof of means of financial support. You're also going to provide proof of upfront medical exam. And then finally, you're going to provide a digital photo. If you're unsure of what these things mean, there is an arrow here that you can click on, and it gives you a breakdown of exactly what they're looking for. You can do the same for each and every one of them, right? So these are optional documents. You don't have to worry about this. So we are going to be providing this here and this right here. So in order to make this video short and easy to watch, I divided this video in 2 sections, which is completing the document checklist, filling as in the personal checklist rather. Now I am going to show you guys how to complete this form, how to fill out this application form, and then we can come back, upload all of this, and then make payment. I will see you guys in the next video, which is how to fill out the application form on how to extend your super visa in Canada. But before we do that, in order to download this document, you are just going to click on this, and then it's going to open up for you. And then you click on this arrow here to download it on your computer, and then start the application process.